evacuation.
80-mile-an-hour winds.
This is insane.
Flying debris. This guy's gonna freaking kill me.
This video comes from a small YouTube channel called Degenerate Wilderness, which features chaotic outdoor trips in challenging weather conditions. Their content combines rough adventures with unpredictability, turning outings into tests of survival. In this episode, a group went camping in Rattlesnake, Ohio. At first, the trip was lighthearted, with laughter and jokes, but the mood shifted dramatically when a sudden, severe storm approached.
25 mile an hour.
30-mile-per-hour winds, tornado warnings, mad thunderstorms, but, you know, we should be good. We got 9 to 1 a.m. thunderstorm chances. It was like 10 to 12, but now it's 9 to 1.
Said it was gonna start coming down at 9.
Yeah, rain's about to start coming in now, so.
We're trying to pack up what we can. We have to leave the tents. We're about to run to the car.
80-mile-an-hour winds is so dangerous.
Slides, yeah.
Flying debris.
No, they actually might blow away. There's a good chance.
I don't think they go far. He's pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
What began as a relaxing camping experience quickly escalated when thunderstorm alerts prompted evacuation measures.
Come on, Christian.
It's like, seriously, bro.
Like, come on. This is like... Let's get the fuck out of here. We gotta go. Christian, come on. Is this the right way?
Wait, might be more left.
I think it's left. Yeah, I think it's that way. Emergency evacuation.
Evacuation.
80-mile-an-hour winds.
This is insane.
Flying debris.
The group had to abandon their tents and rush toward their vehicle as wind speeds reached extreme levels, and debris became a real hazard. At one point, they realized the keys had been left at the campsite, and with the storm intensifying, they returned together to retrieve them, ensuring no one was left behind. Despite the escalating danger, everyone managed to make it back safely. Later, they learned that the same storm system had caused fatalities in nearby Kentucky the night before. The incident underscores how quickly nature can shift from calm to deadly and highlights the importance of respecting severe weather warnings. The Newfoundland Outsider is a channel focused on northern adventures, featuring fishing, hunting, and snowy landscapes. In this video, the host encounters a moose on a mountain pass. The animal appeared to have a wounded hind leg and initially did not act aggressively, simply standing in place.
So there's a moose on the pass here. Looks like he's got his right hind leg hurt. Little 4-pint bull. Hey buddy, we're just trying to get past. Well, it's been a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. And I'm still waiting for this bull to get off the path. I've tried everything. And I sat quietly behind him for half an hour. Nope. He's not moving. And see, he's still back there. He's still back there and he's not moving.
After waiting for some time with no movement, the situation suddenly became dangerous.
Go on! Hurry up! Go on, I gotta get down to the cabin. Go on! Hey! Hey! Fuck you do? Oh, knock my thing out.
The moose kicked, shattering the windshield of the host's snowmobile, imposing a serious risk of injury. Fortunately, the host made it home safely. The encounter highlights how quickly situations in the wilderness can become dangerous and underscores the importance of taking precautions when dealing with wild animals. Shay Wanders, a travel blogger, was camping by a serene lake, enjoying the calm and fresh air. Her peaceful outing quickly turned dangerous when she woke to go to the bathroom.
I'm currently sitting in a field of talus with no shoes, climbed up here in socks, so that didn't feel great. I was in the tent getting ready to come out and go to the bathroom. I heard something that sounded very big outside, and so I just grabbed my bear spray and stayed silent. About 5 seconds later, I had a bear claw in my tent. Kind of peeked my head out of the tent flap, and he was about 1 foot from me, staring at me in the face. So deployed my bear spray. That backed him off enough for me to get out of the tent.
And noticed a large animal nearby. Acting quickly with bear spray, she managed to get out of her tent safely. What happened next could have turned a simple camping trip into a tragedy.
And at that point, I could kind of tell that he was more interested in the tent. They are still in the woods that are, so like tents down there, and they are like in here. And I can hear sticks and stuff cracking every now and again. Bear spray holder, sleeping bag, and this is what's left of our tent.
The encounter left her tent badly damaged, but fortunately, Shay made it home unharmed, surviving a situation few would have. Erlo Brown is a content creator with a wide variety of videos on his YouTube channel. In one episode, he ventured into the South African jungle to find a suitable location for a trail camera. At first, everything seemed normal. As he continued along a lightly used path, what was intended to be a simple task quickly turned into a shocking experience.
I think we have found a perfect place to place the trail camera. So this trail running along here is literally the only entrance and exit for this entire valley, and you can see it's very narrow, so it's very easy to funnel the animals in one spot. You know exactly where they'll be walking. It's very dense around here, so I guess animals can walk wherever they want. They don't need the trail, but I'm almost 100% convinced we'll catch some animals on this trail. Just look at how nice that is. I just have to find a good spot to place the camera. I'm not too concerned about people finding the camera. This trail isn't used a lot because it's just a one-way. It's not a through-way. So maybe a tree. I reckon this tree could maybe work. Although that's going to be very obvious. Maybe if we find something that's a little bit further into the tree line, so it's better hidden, this could perhaps work.
Throughout this process, Erlo's visible apprehension reflected genuine fear, and anyone in his position would likely have felt the same. It was later revealed that the noise he heard was not natural, but an artificial sound designed to scare baboons. While it's unclear whether it successfully deterred the animals, it certainly frightened Erlo. In December 2018, Darren, the creator of the YouTube channel Darren's Northern Life, went hunting on the final day of Manitoba's deer rifle season. His outing nearly ended in disaster due to a careless decision made by another hunter.
Oh my goodness, that bullet just came over my head. Sounded like a hit though. You freaking idiot. Oh. Man, I wish there were some bigger trees here.
guy's gonna freaking kill me. He's shooting right towards me. Oh my goodness.
Once legal hunting hours concluded, Darren attempted to identify who had fired the shots, but unfortunately, he was unable to catch the culprit.
Not much, self?
Not much. Taking pictures of the license plate. Is something wrong? Everything all right?
Somebody shot at me. I got on videos. Literally, a bullet came flipping right over my head.
Two shots earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like around
Shot
4
at you.
o'clock.
Yeah. Somebody walking down the edge of Huggins Field here.
Yeah, there was a guy walking on the end of the trail here.
So I was on the far side. Somebody walked down this side here, and freaking bullet. I seen a deer came out, and I seen the guy walking. And sure enough, boom! You can. It's probably on video too. You can hear the bullet.
No shit.
Well, we were.
It wasn't us. We're over.
No, the first shot wasn't hit because it half a mile later it was still way up in the air. It sounded like a hit. I know it sure sounded like it.
It did ever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It did sound like a hit.
That was a hit. And then
all
not too long after, another shot.
Yeah, because I make YouTube videos and I like to put the person on blast on the internet.
The incident highlights the unpredictable dangers of hunting. Even experienced outdoorsmen can face serious risks not from the wilderness itself, but from the reckless actions of others. Darren narrowly avoided injury that day, but the memory of bullets whizzing overhead will likely remain with him indefinitely. In September 2018, YouTuber Christina Lynn went camping in California. While hiking the John Muir Trail to her campsite, what began as a tiring day quickly turned into a terrifying experience.
In my parents' garden, and I am going to tell the scariest story that ever happened to me in the wilderness. To give a little bit of context, I was backpacking California's Pacific Crest Trail. We were just doing a small section of it called the John Muir Trail. It took us about a month to do, me and my friend. We backpacked the whole thing. The scariest moment happened about 1 week or so into our trip. We had been camping, just the two of us, me and my friend who's a female. We had been hiking for like 12 hours that day. We were really tired, so we went to go get a campsite, and I was really tired. I was kind of pushing my friend to like settle down and maybe like find our camp a little bit earlier that day. So we kind of camped at a place that was like the side of the trail. Like there wasn't anyone else there. We had camped pretty much all on our own, but it was on the side of the trail, so we were a little bit exposed to the other people who were passing us on the trail.
She was not alone. Her friend accompanied her, but they chose to camp exposed next to the trail rather than finding a more secluded spot.
So we both had separate tents. We would set up our tents right next to each other, so we were within kind of like talking distance, but we weren't actually in the same tent. We go to sleep, everything is going just fine for the majority of the night, and then at I want to say around 5 o'clock in the morning, I see a light outside my tent. So like I assumed it was my friend. And so I kind of like just wait and listen, and I hear footsteps with the light. And, you know, maybe my friend's just going pee outside. Like maybe I'm freaking out for no reason. So then the footsteps start slowly walking around my tent with the light shining into my tent. So I'm like, okay, like there has to be like a logical explanation for this, like trying to stay sane. And later I was talking to my friend, she said she was doing the exact same thing in her tent, like hoping that it was me walking around and trying not to freak out that she was about to get murdered. It was probably a few minutes, but it felt like a half hour. Like it felt so long. I was so frightened. And so I hear the footsteps get closer, closer, closer to my tent. And then they stop at the outside of my tent, right at the door. So there's someone standing in front of my door. Finally, like, I just can't take it any longer. I'm just sitting in my tent, like, getting freaked out. And I decide to unzip my tent. Like, I'm just gonna face whatever this is head on. So I unzip my tent. There is pretty much my worst fears realized. There is a man I do not know standing outside of my tent, staring at me. In the meantime, my friend is sitting in her tent, and she hears the tent unzip from me unzipping it, and she thinks that he's unzipping my tent, trying to get in. So I'm like, who are you? And he says, I'm Jack. And I say, well, okay, like, why are you here? Silent. He doesn't say anything. So Jack kind of stares at me and he just gives me like the creepiest look. I say like, well, what are you doing? Like what? Like we're sleeping here, you know? Trying to act aggressive still, even though I'm like terrified in the meantime, and I'm like holding my tent stakes, like ready to stab him. You know, he kind of just seemed like he was like in a daze. Like he just said, oh, I thought this was my friend's tent. But like he had his backpack on. Like even, why would he think this random tent on the side of the trail is his friend's tent? And even if he did, why would he try to get into it at 5 a.m. in the morning and creepily walk slowly around all the tents in the meantime? So I was like, yeah, your friends aren't here. And then I zipped up my tent and then hid in my sleeping bag and hoped that he would go away. So then I heard the footsteps slowly walking away from the tent. And I figured like, okay, I'm going to be safe.
The footsteps eventually stopped outside Christina's tent, and when she unzipped it, she found an unknown man standing there. He gave no clear explanation for his presence, leaving the women confused and frightened. After a tense standoff, he walked away. But in the morning, they discovered he had slept on the ground just behind their tents.
So then I wake up the next morning and I talk to my friend and I'm like, oh my God, I unzip her tent. I was like, oh my God, like what happened last night? Like that was so scary. We swapped stories and we thought we were safe. We look behind our tent and Jack is sleeping on the ground behind our tent. He didn't even set up his tent. He's just sleeping on the ground behind our tent. So we kind of go up to him thinking like maybe it was all some big misunderstanding this whole time. And we say like, what are you doing? Were you looking for your friends? He goes, ha ha ha. Yeah, looking for my friends. Gets his backpack on and keeps walking down the trail. And then that day we hiked out off the John Muir Trail and we hiked to a convenience store in Independence, California. And I bought a knife that was bigger than my head to carry on me in my tent after that.
Christina and her friend quickly left the forest, shaken by the encounter. The incident serves as a stark reminder that, in the wilderness, human threats can be just as dangerous as the natural environment. Thankfully, they made it out unharmed. All of these events show just how unpredictable the world can be. Stay alert, stay safe, and remember to respect your surroundings. Which moment surprised you the most? Drop a comment below and let us know.